In this question, we're going to convert tonnes per hectare into a number of different rates. So one of the things we'll need to work out, or at least to remember, is that if we've got tonnes, and we're converting it through to kilograms, and of course over to grams, each of these requires a factor of 1,000. So 1,000 kilograms in a tonne, and then to convert to grams, we're going to multiply by 1,000 again. So let's have a look at how we can do these ones. First of all, what we're going to do is to write down our original rate, 8 tonnes per hectare. We'll just use abbreviations for these. And in this particular case, all we need to know is that the tonnage is changing in A to kilograms, so that's all that's got to change. So we've got 8,000 kilograms. Remember, we multiply by 1,000 when we're converting per hectare. So that's a straightforward one. Let's have a look at the next one, where we've got our original again, 8 tonnes per hectare. And this time we're converting it to kilograms. Well, we know that our kilograms is 8,000. We did this in the previous question. 8,000 kilograms over, now we've got to change it to metres squared, so that would be our 10,000 square metres, and that's because 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square metres. That's something you just need to remember. So when we do this one and we divide it out, so we'll take our 8,000 and we'll divide it by 10,000. We get our answer in kilograms per square metre, and it comes down to a fraction or a decimal, 0.8 kilograms per square metre. So our final question asks us to convert to grams per square metre. So we'll start again with our 8 tonnes per hectare, and at the top we'll take our 8, we'll times it by 1,000 to convert it to kilograms, and then times it by 1,000 again to convert it to grams. So that's our grammage, and we want it in square metres, so we know that that's 10,000 square metres. So when we divide all this out, at the top we end up with 8, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's 8 million grams, and we divide it by our 10,000 at the bottom, and that will give us our answer in grams per square metre, which simplifies down to 800 grams per square metre. Alright, so let's have a look at another example here. Just push this up the page a little bit. There we go. And we've got to convert 72 litres per hour to millilitres per second. So let's start by writing down our original unit, 72. Now this is litres per hour. And once again we've got to convert. So we know that 72, if we multiply it by 1,000, will give us our millilitres, because there's 1,000 millilitres in 1 litre. And it's got to be done to seconds. And so we know that it's 60 minutes is 1 hour. And if I times it by 60 again, that will take us to seconds. So we've got to do that there. And when we work that out and simplify it down, we'll have our answer. So we've got 72,000 millilitres, and we've got to divide it by 60 times 60. So all of this, when that's worked out, gives us our answer in millilitres per second. So our answer here is 20. When you use a calculator, you'll see this, 20 millilitres per second. And our final question has to do with a number of different conversions. It's saying convert 5 meters per second to kilometers per hour. So we'll have a look at this one, and once again we always write down what we start with. So we'll start with 5 meters per second. Now our meters per second have got to go to kilometers. So if we take our 5 first of all and turn it into meters per hour, we'll have our 5, and keeping in mind that this is not seconds we want, but in 1 hour, if we have 5 times 60, we'll do it per minute, and then times it by 60 again, we'll do it per hour. We've actually converted now from meters per second to meters per hour. So we're going to do 1 unit at a time here. So when we work this out, we get 18,000 meters per hour. But we need to convert from meters to kilometers. And so we take our 18,000 meters and we find out how many kilometers there are in here. Now remember, there's 1,000 meters in a kilometer, so we need to bundle up bundles of 1,000 meters to change it to kilometers, and that will actually give us our answer in kilometers per hour. So here we go with this one. It comes down to 18 kilometers per hour. And what about 2 cents per minute, $2 per day? Well, let's write down 2 cents per minute. And once again, we're going to convert it to cents per day to start with. So we're going to go 2, there's our cents, times. Now, it's minutes, and we want it today. There are 20, if we take our 24 hours in a day, times it by 60 minutes, that will give us our cents in a whole day. So working this out, we get 2,880 cents per day. So now we've got the day part right, we need to convert the cents to dollars. So if we take out 2,880 cents and divide it by 100, because there's 100 cents in $1, we actually get the rate that we've been asked to find. So our calculator will give an answer when we divide this out that looks like this. But remember, in writing it out properly, we need to put our units in, $28.80 per day. Or we could write it as $28.8 per day, and that would be acceptable, but that's actually probably a better way to visualize it when we look at the answer.